Hey guys, Mike from CoachMikeMacDonald.com here. And are you new to blogging or looking to start a blog, but you're not really sure what to write about? Well, today's video, I'm going to give you some different tips you can use to figure out what to write about and how to write great blogs, so stay tuned. So one thing that I think a lot of people make the mistake of when they get into writing a blog post or really just creating content in general is they don't actually have a purpose behind what they're writing or the content they're creating. And I think first and foremost, that needs to be at the front of your mind, that you should always be thinking about, what's the purpose of this content? What is my goal? And that you kind of work backwards from there. So understanding your goal is really going to be the first step. So don't just write content for content's sake or write posts for just the sake of posting it. You want to have a specific purpose that this post is trying to achieve, and that's the whole point of writing that blog. So it might be to increase traffic, to hit on specific keywords, to generate leads, to bring in a sale, whatever the case might be, there should be a purpose behind what your post is actually about. So deciding that first off. From there, really the next step is going to be to actually understand and know your niche and know your target market. Because if you don't really understand your target market, it's really hard to write content that serves that audience, or again, that's going to sell things that they want, get them to come to your website to drive traffic or to generate leads from that piece of content. So make that a priority, is understanding your niche, learning about them. So you're going to want to learn things like, what are their needs? What are their wants? What are some of their goals? What are pain points of theirs? What are common questions that they have? What are problems that they have? Where do they like to hang out, right? So these are things that you need to know about your niche to create success. So couple areas that you can actually figure this stuff out, right? So if you don't know it yet, if you're just brand new to your niche and you don't know any of these things, go to things like Facebook groups. So type in that subject and see what kind of groups come up, because there's pretty much groups for everything that you could imagine under the sun that people are interested in. So that's a great place to start. Another cool place is Quora. It's kind of like a question and answer site. So go there, and then you can actually go to specific subjects and see what questions are posted. So you can see really what people are looking for. You can determine what their pain points are there. That's a great place to start. And then also keyword research. That's really kind of the next step, is to, understand what people are actually searching for. So it's one thing to understand your market, know their pain points, but if nobody's really searching for it, that doesn't really matter. So when you create content, you want people coming to your site, you want to capitalize on that organic search traffic, and knowing what people are looking for is a really big part of that. So I actually did a video earlier on keyword research tools, some of the best ones that I found and that I recommend. So I'll include a link below the video and probably a card around this video, wherever you're watching it too, that can direct you towards that to learn more about using keyword research tools to actually learn more about your target market. But from there, then you want to start creating content that actually serves that audience, right? That solves those problems, that hits on those keywords that you found, that answers those questions that they're wondering about. Because when you do that, that's going to get people to continue to come back to your blog, come back to your website. And so another cool thing is that if you're an ideal customer, right? So if you're marketing a product, you're marketing a service that you use and that maybe you would be interested in, what questions do you have? So that's another cool strategy to come up with content. If you had a burning question, or you wanted to know something about your niche, your industry, your area of expertise, right? Go out and research it, right? So find the answer, do some research, read some books on that, and then compile that answer to that question that you were wondering about. And that's a great way to phrase content as well. So you don't have to be the amazing expert starting off. You can be like, hey, I was wondering about this. I'm really into dirt bikes and I wanted to learn about it. So I went through these websites, I read these magazines, and this is what I learned. I really wanted to learn how to play, Dungeons and Dragons. I'd never done it before, so I had to do some research. I needed to find out what starter kit I needed to get, and this is what my findings were, right? So you don't have to be, the amazing expert right away when you're just getting started creating content. That's another great strategy that you can come up with to have ideas of what to create, is go out and find an answer to what you want to know and then create a post about that journey and that process going through that. And really the final thing that you want to make sure that you do when you're wondering what to talk about after you've created your post, like I said, you want to write a post with a purpose, with a goal in mind. So be sure to direct your readers, direct the people seeing your content towards some type of action, right? So we call it a call to action. So basically telling them to do something. So you might say, hey, if you like this post, be sure to check out my course on this, or maybe it's an affiliate product that you offer. Hey, if you'd like to check out the tools I used in this project that I wrote about, pick them up over on Amazon here, or whatever the case might be. You want to have a call to action that directs someone to either, become a lead or buy something of yours or accomplish some type of task that you want them to do, right? Subscribe to a YouTube channel, sign up for your newsletter list, whatever the case might be. Try a sample of yours, your product that you offer. There's a lot of options you can do, but again, just have that call to action at the end of your blog post, because that can lead to a lot of sales, a lot of signups, leads for your business, and more. A cool way to do this is actually with like a PS line. So you have your content and then you have your tagline, like your picture, whatever it might be. But then underneath that, you have a PS line saying like, hey, PS, if you enjoyed this post, you might also like this. You might want to check out my free lead magnet, my giveaway that I have, my free ebook, whatever the case might be. That's another great way to write your blog posts. And so as you're coming up with those ideas of what to talk about following the tips I gave you today, just make sure you have a call to action at the end as well. So again, guys, hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't, to get more tips and training to help you build a profitable business from home. And then also, if you are looking to get into blogging, or you're just looking to improve your blogs moving forward, I actually put together a free post, a free PDF download as well, on how to write the perfect blog post. So if you'd like to access that, it's totally free. I'll put a link in the description below where you can access it, but you can also just head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/perfect blog. Again, that's coachmikemcdonald.com/perfect blog. And then, like I said, I'll also put a link in the description below as well where you can access that. But again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.